Dr. Paavola and I had the privilege of coming to you in over 80 episodes of Pastor and the Professor. Dr. Paavola and I and Andrew Raisky behind the camera. We've shared some pretty good times here in the studio. And you may have already heard that Dr. Paavola was called to heaven this past week. And we had 3 more episodes of Pastor and Professor, and I talked to Holly, his wife, and just wanted to know what they thought. And Holly and the kids said, play those last 3 episodes. So we'll have a Pastor and the Professor up to Friday, the 20th of March. And as you watch this episode, I hope, like me, you can feel the joy that Pastor Paavola had in sharing the good news of Jesus. So enjoy. Hey, thanks for joining us. Episode number
90.
90
and we know
episodes.
this because Andy knows this.
Ahead of time we asked
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you remember last week, we had a lot of hemming and hawing and this and that. But now we know one thing.
Yeah.
This is number 90, which is good.
And
90?
I think we should say to Andy, thanks for putting up with us.
Really? I mean, I don't know if I could listen to us and not just go, oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah. And poor Andy.
Yeah, he's stuck back there, too.
Yes.
And if our friends don't know, we can see kind of Andy a little bit. You know, there was a big screen he could kind of shove over and just check out.
Yeah.
I've been filmed
I
by...
would've.
I was once filming something for a certain university that was going to go as an e-learning class, and the guy left. And somehow, either I moved, the camera moved, and my left arm was cut off from the whole filming. And, you know, because the money was short and the production being what it was, and when we saw that, ran it back, he said, no one will notice. We'll just,
No one will pay attention to you.
Do you think anyone's actually going to watch? Those were the early days when we were just starting. Now, we're much, much better. We're much, much better at it. We were just getting started in that one. And they had a green screen behind me. And because I was from Butternut, they made it look like I was speaking to you from a log cabin. There was a log cabin behind me.
I know one professor that spoke while sitting on a cloud.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'll take my log cabin.
Yeah, I would think.
Yes, that's better on. Okay. So our friends perhaps know that we started John because it's the lectionary choice in March. And we're going to march our way through. I've played that card there. March our way through with 4 John texts, because that's what's appointed for a gospel reading. So that's just all fine. So we did chapter 4, not a miracle, but the woman at the well. Yeah. Now it's Miracle City. Now,
big one.
The next 2 weeks.
Big miracle.
This one. A man born blind.
Yeah, so we're in John chapter 9, and we'll see how far we get through, because it's a long...
It is.
It's not just a miracle, it's what happens after.
And we wouldn't have to read the entire text after, say, verses 7 or even 12.
Right.
Because that's the heart of it. We'll just refer to verse 12 and. But maybe we should give him, 1 to 7?
Yeah.
So he got the miracle done. Boom.
Good. Let's do it. John 9, beginning at the first verse. As he, Jesus, passed by, he saw a man blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Jesus answered, it was not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the works of God might be displayed in him. And we must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. And having said these things, he spat on the ground and made mud with the saliva. Then he anointed the man's eyes with the mud and said to him, go wash in the pool of Siloam, which means sent. Mm-hmm. So he went and washed and came back seeing.
You know, at that point, you get stopped with so many of the miracles of Jesus where he touched the leper, said, be clean, and he washed.
Done.
And we're done. Exactly. We're done. You know, your faith has saved you. Done. The woman who touched his cloth. This one begets a huge discussion also is preluded by the discussion, okay, who sinned?
You know,
I love that. And the guy is sitting right there.
yeah.
You know, people come up and say, look at this guy now. And the poor guy. They're talking about me.
But that would have been a great rabbinical debate.
Oh, gosh,
because
yes.
if you do his parents must have sinned,
right,
and God cursed them with the child born blind, then the question is, would a good and righteous God inflict this child because of the parents?
Yeah.
Well, okay, then it had to be the kid. God knew somewhere in the future he would mess up.
Right.
Well, wait a minute. Does God punish a sin that's not yet occurred?
Or is the blindness a preventative from what he knew he would have done? And I'll give you another one. How bad was it? Whether it's the parents or the guy. Because not every child is born blind. So whoever did whatever, that whatever's got to be big. Yeah. And it's just a natural, how big was it? You know, it was bad.
Whose
Johnny
fault?
Carson. How bad was it?
Yeah.
And it was bad.
It was so
really
bad.
So bad that you're born blind. So on the one hand, someone might like this because, okay, I'm not perfect, but hey, either me or my parents were never that bad.
No. My
Dodged
sin,
the bullet there.
I might get an eyelash that falls in.
Yeah.
Right? Or I might get a sty.
Right.
But I don't have a sin that would
not that
blind me.
No.
My entire life.
Exactly. I just need glasses.
But
something.
Jesus doesn't even carry on the theological discussion
No.
of does God really punish people like this? He just says, you know what?
It's neither.
It's not the parent. It's not the child. No. Let's go where we belong, and it's not why did it happen.
Right.
It's how is this dealt with?
Right. That the works of God might be manifested, might be seen in Him.
Yeah.
You know, I think I was watching the news just recently about not auto mechanics, but body men. Okay, so you come limping in, your car is like, oh man, I would wager after a while they don't ask what happened. I mean, they're pros. They could see this. They can guess at it.
Sure.
But, they probably don't ask, okay, whose fault was it? You or the other guy?
Yeah.
That's not the point.
No.
It's we're going to pry that hood off. We're going to get a new bumper. We're going to repaint this thing. We'll have it back to you by Friday. That's it.
Exactly.
There's no who. Isn't that Jesus? It's that the work that I can do might be seen in Him. In fact, almost, take this the right way, I like a good accident. I like a good crash. Because there's no body shop in the world that's going to advertise by just see that little scratch on the side? We take care of that.
Yeah.
That's it? No. They want to show you see this? That's the before picture.
You would never believe
it. And then here it is again.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
You put that Ferrari back together. Yes, we did, because it's worth a gazillion dollars no matter what.
And then Jesus talks about, hey, we got to work while it's day. We can't do work at night. I'm the light. Don't you see him saying, okay, you want to be like the Pharisees who sit in their office, drink coffee, and just debate things like who sinned.
Right, in the dark of the past.
Yeah, but here's the deal. Let's not worry about which of these sinned or talk about the sin. Let's talk about how do we get through this.
Right, and now is the day and the light.
Yeah.
You want to go back to the darkness of the past.
Yeah, the darkness of questions that you are not equipped to answer.
Right.
Nor are the Pharisees.
It always reminds me of Christmas Vacation, where the Clark Griswold has fallen. And that of ice goes smashing through the neighbor's window, and then implodes onto their stereo, and then onto the carpet. And Margot, Louise Dreyfus, she says to Todd, "Why is the carpet all wet, Todd?" And he, of course, answers, "I don't know, Margot." I love those lines. Here's a question I can't answer, and yet I feel compelled to ask it. And I know you can't answer it, and yet I still feel compelled to ask
yes,
it. Isn't that it? And so they're debating with each other a question they can't answer, but boy, we can chew over this all
Isn't that
day.
the rabbinical way? Let's
Yeah.
answer a question with a question. Let's dig deeper. And Jesus says, the deeper you go, the darker it gets.
Yeah,
And it's just so simple. I'm here. I'm the light.
right. Let's do something about
Yep,
it,
yep.
not the past. So they're
I
lost
did,
in a.
I did a sermon on this one. You've
Yeah.
preached the Lutheran Hour many, many times.
Yeah.
I preached one,
Well,
and
they
it was
should
on
have
this
had many
text.
more. Oh, this
No,
was it.
And
okay.
Yeah, and it was, my sermon was not why, but how. So we all have problems. Let's not try to figure out why we have them, but
That's
let's figure out
perfect.
how do we get through them. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good because
Oh,
I was never asked to come back. That was 21 years ago.
Well,
But-
the regular speaker was probably afraid. If we bring this Rosh guy back again and again,
They were
people
between
love him more.
speakers.
Well, that also helps too, right? There you go.
So
now, how about this one? I kind of like this. I'm the light of the world, and of course, the guy is blind, so we need the inbreaking of light into his life. Doesn't that make sense? So why cover him first with mud? Isn't that great?
I like this. Here, how about this? Doesn't this shut up the disciples?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So they're going to be like the Pharisees. Let's discuss this.
Sure.
And Jesus says,
Right.
"All right, nobody
Okay.
sinned, so just clam up for a second.
Right.
I'm the light of the world." He spits. He makes his mud. Which, by the way, spitting in the first century, even among Jews, was a sign of cursing.
Well, I would think so.
And
Yeah.
doesn't Jesus curse the darkness?
Yes.
The darkness of the man's eyes, the darkness of sin.
And now I'm more blind than ever.
Yeah.
And yet that'll be a step to
But
light.
isn't this how Jesus works?
Oh, absolutely.
It's just opposite. The first will be last, and the last will be first.
We will rejoice in our tribulation, for tribulation
Yeah.
brings dun, 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 hope.
Yeah. Finally, you get to hope, and hope never disappoints
Right.
us, right? But over and over, blessed are the meek.
Yeah, they'll inherit the earth.
They get the earth.
Right, the opposite.
Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness. They'll have this satisfaction, which
Yes.
is kind of what we saw last week.
Yeah.
But he spits,
Mud,
and he isn't cursing the man. He's
No.
cursing sin and darkness.
darkness. And then go and wash.
Yeah.
Now, here's last week we talked about a spring of living water. That was John 4. Great image of life with Jesus. Go and wash in the pool. So
Yeah.
again, we have this wonderful water
Yeah.
imagery here, and fantastic. So go and wash. Now, somebody must have kindly taken him. He's not going to travel on his own, and he's all the more confirmed in his blindness. And can you imagine the what happened to you questions?
Yeah.
He must have gotten like, well, there's this man who told me to wash. He put this on me and told me to wash, and I'll see.
Why are you
There's-
bringing that mud into the pool of
Right,
Siloam?
and you got to think there's got to be a measure of faith here.
Oh.
Now you could argue, what's he got to lose? Born blind. I'm sure they maybe tried this and that, but still there has to be faith because this is outdated. Just this audacious. I'm not even sure. Why do I even use words I never use? But this is.
Because they're efficacious.
Yeah, I do it. If I played that card, you do that again. There you go. All right. I got to find a country song any minute now here. It's to redeem us. So he comes back seeing. Oh, it's fantastic. I just even wonder how he comes back seeing, and he goes back to Jesus. How do you know the way? This guy's never seen the coming, going, here, there. You dropped him into a whole new universe. And you're like,
Oh.
he must have asked, hey,
Yeah.
where was I? Where was the guy? Until he comes back. So he comes back seeing. All right, so the neighbors are there.
Yeah.
They knew him. And they're saying, isn't this the guy who used to sit in bed? Well, how do you not know him?
Yeah.
You've got eyes. You've looked at him presumably for years. Is this the same guy?
Yeah.
Well,
And some of the
yeah.
neighbors said, yeah, it's him. And the others said, yeah, maybe it's just someone, it's his doppelganger, someone who
Exactly,
looks
yeah.
like him. Because there's no way this guy could ever see.
no. And I like what he said. And he kept on saying, I am he.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's me.
It's me. And he was saying on and on. It's I'm the man. I'm the one. Well, then how? So we started with the who sinned. So his blindness is a mystery to us. And now his sight is a maybe even greater mystery.
Yeah.
So this guy cannot win for
No.
being the
No.
point of discussion.
Think about this. He made his living by begging.
Yes.
Ain't nobody giving him anything now.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
And he has no trade
No.
he's ever seen.
No. Well, isn't it like the woman caught in adultery?
Yeah.
Go and get a different lifestyle.
Right. And right now, because you just ducked death here. So, and so I'm the man. Well, then verse 10. Okay, how? We're back to this how.
Yep.
What or how? The man made mud, anointed my eyes, and said, go wash. I went, I washed, I see. And then they said, okay, where's he? I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
the interesting thing is, this guy never cried out, Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me, like Bartimaeus.
True. Right.
So
or
Bartimaeus
the woman coming up behind
has
him
a faith. And how many times has Jesus said, your faith has healed you?
Mm-hmm.
It isn't the occasion here.
Yeah.
Works. Faith is not a work that produces miracles.
No.
Jesus produces miracles.
And faith receives that miracle.
And this guy still is like, I don't know. I came back, I saw, and then, I went my merry way, and I'm sure he went his too.
Right. Well, he's going to head that way because soon his parents are going to get dragged into this. Now, here's that little, in verse 14, it was the Sabbath day. We've seen this before.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it right to heal on the Sabbath day?
And why do you think he was brought to the Pharisees? And I think there might be a couple different reasons.
Okay. Well, I'm just thinking they're the perfecters of Sabbath rest and rules. This is on the Sabbath. So are they saying, okay, we don't like this guy, Jesus. He's been doing these things. It seems we can't deny this is the man, and now he sees. But wait, it's the Sabbath.
Yeah, because if you had an illness or something, didn't you have to present yourself to the church leaders? Like when Jesus healed the 10 lepers, go show yourself.
Show that they can verify, yep, you're clean.
But don't you wonder if we haven't settled the discussion on who sinned? And this is done on the Sabbath. Could this be a demonic thing?
Yeah. Who let this guy out of jail? If blindness is the jail by which you're paying off your debt,
your debt ain't paid
for something.
Yeah,
somebody just threw the door open and said, "Go," but you're not supposed to. Oh, so then I like 16. Well, then this man's not from God.
No,
he doesn't keep the Sabbath. I've got my own little tell right here. He's stepped right over it. Boom, he's done. Right, you can't be from God. Which, by the way, remember. Nicodemus in chapter 3 said, no one could do the things you do unless you are sent by God.
Yeah.
So Nicodemus said, I see the miracles. I know you're from God. They come in, Pharisees also. I see you've done this on the Sabbath. I don't care what you've done. You are not from God. What a nice contrast. One Pharisee to another.
Yeah. And they have this little discussion. Can't you see the blind guy standing there?
Yeah, right.
while they're saying, "Oh, this guy's a sinner." No one would heal him. And then the other ones say, "But he can see.
He can see." In fact, I picture him just sort of amazing himself with, "Look at that." Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I always wondered how that looked. Oh, hi.
Yeah. Oh, I recognize the voice.
Well,
now I can
voice.
put a face.
Hey, you're the nice lady who always drops something in. Aren't? Oh,
and meanwhile,
nice
the Pharisees are arguing.
Yeah, right.
There was a division among them.
Right. And then verse 17, which is right after that. So they said to the man again, they sort of pop up, hey, well, what do you say about him? He's opened your eyes. Now they're admitting he opened your eyes. Well, he's a prophet. Now that's an interesting title. Not miracle worker, not yet son of God. So he's a man sent from God.
Didn't we have that last week?
Yes.
Oh, I perceive you're a prophet.
He's told me everything I've ever done. Yes.
Doesn't Jesus take them on a journey?
Yeah.
They don't go from, who are you, to, hey, the Messiah.
No.
It's, I see something different in you. You must be a prophet. You are a man of God.
You know my past, which they wanted to stay in. While you know my past, you do something about it. The woman with 5 husbands, now 6, But he moves on past that.
Yeah.
Springs of living water.
Yeah.
Here's a man born blind. You want to stay in that argumentative past.
Yeah.
To you, this is a Rubik's Cube you'll never solve, but you can't keep your paws from it. He says, I know that past, but I'm going to tell you the present, future. Let's heal this guy. And so I love that. So they bang. So what do you say? He's a prophet. No. Well, wrong answer. No. So now they think, well, maybe he wasn't blind. So they don't like that answer. We can't go there.
Maybe it was a temporary thing.
Exactly.
And that Jesus
Mom
did
and Dad.
the mud thing
Yeah.
at just the right time.
So mom and dad, I'm thinking he lives with mom and dad. I'm hoping so.
Well, because
what
he's
else-
blind.
What else can he do? You know. So they can't be too far away. Did they get the news first? Hey, your son can see.
Oh,
Or
did
did
he
they
head
get
home?
summoned? Hey, you need to come here. And the Pharisees want to talk to you, which can't be good. You know, this isn't good. Oh, the Pharisees want to talk to you? I mean, that'd be like a kid being told, report to the principal's office. Never good. Not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the parents
is
are,
this your son? Yeah. Sure.
and the parents have responsibility over him as far as how does he get fed, where does he sleep, how does he
Right.
get from point A to point B. But is this your son? Yeah. Was he born blind? You betcha.
He was. That
How
we
did
got
this?
down.
How did he see? I don't know. Ask him.
Yeah.
I like the line. He's of age.
Right. Isn't that better? We don't know who opened his eyes. We don't know that. You ask him. He'll speak for himself.
Yep.
Yep. They feared the Jews. They'd all agreed that anyone confessed Jesus to be the Christ would be put out of the synagogue. Oh, the stakes are getting
So
high.
already, it's rumors out there that this Jesus could be the Messiah.
But if you say that or are seen in that light, you're out.
You're done.
And then what are you going to do?
Yep.
So they call him in again.
Yep.
And now I love this. All right, get in here. Okay, give glory to God. We know this man's a sinner. Of course, they would say because he did this work on the Sabbath. They've given up on the, did he really heal? Okay, let's just say it's a given. This man can see, all right? We know this man is a sinner. Don't you love verse 25? Well, whether he's a sinner, I don't know.
The only thing I know is,
I was blind and now I see.
and then he wrote Amazing Grace.
Yeah, that he did. And we all love that. No, he says, I don't know.
I know.
And you all were trying to solve this great dilemma. Who sinned? Parents, him. How much was the sin? It was big.
Which is no longer the conversation.
No, that one's gone. Now we're going to leap into this man's a sinner. So our first question was, is it the blind man or the parents who sinned? Well, now we'll forget that, but we're settled on, but Jesus is a sinner. And I like this guy who says, well, you know what? I don't know. I'm not going to argue that.
You guys have the job of determining who's a sinner.
Figure that out.
You figured I was.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You don't like me, but I was blind and now I see. Once more time. What'd he do? How'd he open your eyes? I've told you this already.
I love that.
But you don't listen.
Yeah.
So why do you want to hear it again? Oh, and then he says, do you also want to become his disciples? Kaboom. This, as Mark Twain says, is the red rag to the bull. This is explosion.
And I think what they were hoping was, as he thinks through it the second time, maybe he missed something the first time. Maybe it was something Jesus said or the way he did it that they could hang their hat on it.
Yes. You know, Jesus was accused of being in league with the demons.
Yes.
Beelzebub to cast out demons.
Yep.
He redeems this man from darkness, but maybe he is darkness himself.
Yeah.
And he held this man prisoner. He let this one out, but that's just to fool us. He's not light. He is instead complete darkness. Jesus says in verse 5, I am the light of the world, 9:5. But they might think him in league with the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how else could he control the blindness of this man? Yeah. So anyway, we know this. Yeah, he's a sinner.
Are you one of his disciples? And they revile him. They make fun of him. They put him down, which they needed a reason to put him down. Because in their book, he should never be healed.
No, because somebody sinned.
No.
And who are you to usurp God's judgment? That's what they see.
I like, okay, God spoke to Moses.
Right. Yeah.
And weren't they always waiting for the second Moses?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the Elijah who's going to come
Yeah.
in the spirit of Elijah,
Yeah.
Malachi. Yeah.
But it was like, nope.
And then I like this one, but we don't know where he comes from. Isn't that interesting? So maybe that's our discount.
Yeah.
Now, okay, he works on the Sabbath. That's no good.
Yeah.
And we don't know where he's from.
Yeah.
So what do you say? It's an amazing thing. You don't know where he comes from, but he opened my eyes. We know God doesn't listen to sinners, but if anyone worships God, does his will, God listens to him. Since the world began, has it been heard that anyone opened the eyes of a man born blind? If this man were not from God, he could do nothing. So what an argument. You want to go back to Moses. He says, I'll do better. I'll go back to the entirety of time.
Yeah.
This has never happened. You want to park it at Moses. Fine. You know what? I got the whole of time and creation. It happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one.
And they ended up being so happy. Thank you for helping us. You know, you're a pretty good theologian. This is good. No, they don't do that.
No, they cast him out. The very thing that his parents were afraid of, and we were warned about, that if anyone sides with Jesus,
Yeah.
you know,
You, a sinner, are going to teach us?
Exactly.
What are you, nuts?
You know what? And they cast him out. And you know, at that point, don't you love verse 35? And Jesus heard, they cast him out and found him and said, "Do you believe in the Son of Man? Who is he?"
Yeah.
I am. You know, you've seen him. It is, and isn't he who's speaking to you? Two wonderful senses. You've seen him. You're seeing things now, aren't you? You're seeing him, and you're hearing. The one thing that you were very good at, probably your hearing, that must have been acute. And now your sight. I'm the one. And look at that, Lord, I believe. Well, we're going to hear that again in chapter 11, because Martha is going to say, I believe.
Yeah.
Death may be here still, but I believe in you. Now this man says, I believe.
Yeah.
You're the one.
Yep.
And such.
I am he. Again, last week, said that to the woman at Jacob's well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know
know
that the Messiah will explain all things.
You know, I'm the guy. This is what he said to her.
And she immediately took it and ran and announced to the world,
Yeah.
I think we found him. Could it be I found the Messiah?
And this guy doesn't necessarily go in the marketplace and start
No, not like
advertising. But word is getting around. Hey, how did that happen?
And being a beggar, you must have walked past him over and over and over again. And I mean, maybe didn't notice anymore, but it's unmistakable. Then he can see. I mean, it's the same guy. Now, of course, maybe he used to be seated, but still, here he is.
We
Same
know
guy.
that face.
Yeah, and then he seems willing enough to talk. So whatever, as you pointed out, whatever new job he has, I don't know what that would be. He has something, and there he goes. Now the Pharisees near him heard these things and said, "Are we also blind?" And he said, "If you were blind, you'd have no guilt. But now that you say we see, your guilt remains." Yes, it's that age-old thing. If I could use a little John here. If we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us.
Yeah.
1 John 1.
Yeah. You know, is that 39?
39 is, for judgment I came into this world.
That those who do not see may see.
Right. And those who say, I might say they can see.
Yeah.
You're blind.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, a miracle is done right in your face, right in front of you.
Yeah.
And you turn to the dark. You know.
And the ones who
Terrible.
should have seen, those who are steeped in the Old Testament prophecies, are blind. Not only are they don't want to see it.
Good point. Jesus said to Nicodemus, "Are you a teacher of Israel and do not understand these things?"
Isn't it?
And you could use the same thing. Are you teachers of Israel? They would have said, of course.
You bet.
We're the top.
Yeah.
You know, we're the top 10% in student evals or whatever. Yeah, we are the teachers. Then how do you not see that the light has come?
Yeah. You know, and again, here's the topsy-turvy Jesus. It's the uneducated man accused of gross sin who ends up teaching the Pharisees.
Exactly.
And they get pretty ticked.
Would you teach us?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, I was blind and now I see.
You asked.
And he did it.
Yeah.
That guy. You put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love the trespassing because he trespassed over their line of the Sabbath. You cannot heal on the Sabbath, which Jesus has taken on already. Then, boom, you're a sinner. Boom, you're gone. There's no question. Whereas the start was, ooh, what incredible sin happened that this man's born blind.
Yeah.
They'll cast you out for the tininess of healing on the Sabbath. They're seeking the mega sin that caused blindness.
Yeah.
Large or small, that's their focus. And Jesus says, I'm the light of the world.
Yeah.
Why don't you come over here?
Yeah, and so the more they push Jesus away, the darker their world is.
It really is.
And the man who lived in darkness now lives in the light of Christ.
Yeah.
The men who lived in the light now live in the darkness of I'm not even going to say doubt, rejection.
Yeah. Well, you have that old line, to the land of Zebulun and Naphtali. To those who dwelt in darkness, the light has come.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and Jesus is the light to lighten the Gentiles.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And the glory of the people of Israel. Why doesn't it say he's the light of the Gentiles? Because they already know.
Mm-hmm.
We already know. We know the Messiah is coming. And actually, we got prophecies. We know he's going to be born in Bethlehem. He's coming out of this family line. And Jesus matches all of these prophecies. So we glory in the fact that he's come to bring light to the Gentiles now, so they can be like us.
Exactly. And even the Samaritan woman, Samaria, a halfway house
between
truly Jew and truly Gentile.
Yeah.
That woman knew the Messiah is coming, and he'll explain all things to us.
Yeah.
And which was Jesus' perfect entry to, I am he.
Yeah. I'm the guy.
I'm the one. And off she went. I think I found him.
Yeah.
Yeah, or he found me. And which is perfect. Well, I think it's that's 30. Well, we're 30. We're there. Okay, now, so we've done 2. And for our friends, we do have a plan. And that's John 11.
Believe it or not.
John 11 is next. And boy, for drama, how are you going to beat Lazarus come forth and the dead man came out?
So we went from someone who was physically okay, the Samaritan woman. She could even draw water.
She was fine.
But spiritually hurting.
Oh.
Then we went to a guy who was spiritually hurting, but he was physical.
So it was a double header. Yeah.
Now we just go to a guy who's dead.
Dead. Yeah, this.
He's dead.
He's dead. And the enemies of Jesus, who are just going to say he's a sinner, now they want to take that down one more notch. Let's kill him. Because if you raise Lazarus, they're coming for you. Yeah.
I love the line. We got to get rid of this guy. And here's the line.
Mm-hmm.
The whole world's going to go after him.
Exactly.
And that's the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah. As that was said of Paul and his followers, this man has turned the world upside down. Yeah. And that's the plan. Well, anyway.
Hey, thank
Lazarus
you.
Next.
Thanks for joining with us. And we hope you have a God bless week. And before we meet again, we hope to see you in church.